whenever you are. Good evening, everybody. It is Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson home once again. Scott, I like this home cooking that we get.
This is great. We've been on the road for a long time. Just came off a long week at the midwinter, but came home last night and saw a great Carterville Lions win.
As they get the win over the DuQuoin Indians 54-33, and all is right in the world again after last night's game as Carterville struggled at the Midwinter Classic just fundamentally, but last night played a nice team effort game, and actually Shane Hawkins was able to clear the entire bench, get everybody into the game last night, which was nice. We haven't seen that in a while, and set us up for this game, a non-conference game against the number 6 ranked in Class 3A Benton Rangers as they roll here into Carterville. This Lions pregame show, it is brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. Visit them today at their Carterville Spiritwear location on West Plaza Drive, but prepare yourself. They're moving across Route 13 over to Commercial Drive, right next to Tequila's in Carterville, proudly supporting our hometown Lions. Get your Carterville Spiritwear at Artworks in Carterville. Benton Rangers come into this game, Scott, with a 19-1 record, 5-0 in the Ohio River, or the Ohio Conference of the River to River, and Carterville played them back at the Duster Thomas and got smoked early.
Yeah, Benton's just a very, very good shooting team, arguably the best shooting team in Southern Illinois regardless of class, and they hit, 6 threes in the first quarter, I think 9 in the first half, and Carterville could never recover from that. They're a solid team. Their big game of the weekend was last night at home against Heron. They got that big conference win. Again, Carterville got a big conference win last night against DuQuoin, so it'll be interesting to see how these two teams start tonight's game tonight, because one thing about Carterville, they played, you kind of alluded to this earlier, Carterville played well in all facets of their game last night, whether it be taking care of the basketball, entry passes, shooting the ball, defense, creating turnovers. It was a solid effort, but this is a little bit different animal they're going to play tonight.
You're going to hear coming up with Shane Hawkins. He was very pleased. And on our postgame show last night, he was very happy with the effort of the Carterville Lions. And that's something that had been missing for about 2 weeks. It was just a little bit off. And we were just really glad to see that. And so the Benton Rangers, it's a tough task. It's going to be a tough game for the Lions. But personally, I feel a little better about the possibilities here tonight than I did a week ago when we were looking at the schedule and seeing what was ahead of us.
Yeah, no question. Benton, as I've said, they can shoot the three better than anybody in Southern Illinois. And I think the key for Carterville defensively, guys like Johnson and Jackson, who had the length, had the size to guard the guard-oriented Benton Rangers, they've got to get in their face. Benton has to take contested shots. You cannot leave them wide open beyond the arc. They'll hit it almost every time. And on the inside for Carterville offensively, Ford and I'll have to make Benton pay for their lack of size on the inside, maybe get a player or two in foul trouble. So I'm sure Carterville's going to try to use that to their advantage. But I think probably the biggest key is how well does Carterville's guards and forwards guard on the perimeter tonight.
The one thing about the Benton Rangers and that Carterville has the decided advantage, and that is size in the paint. And Luke Ford has really come alive for the Carterville Lions. If there's a matchup issue, it should be Benton trying to match up with the Lions.
Well, and Ford's playing better now than he was when they played Benton the first time.
Yes.
That's a big key. Ford's playing better. Not only better, but he's playing with more confidence. And the high-low game between him and Heil last night was working great. And I'm sure Coach Hawkins, he knows that there's advantages that Benton has and there's advantages that his team has. And it basically comes down to who executes the best, who can impose their will, if you will, on the other team.
We're going to go on and take our first break on our pregame show, our Artworks pregame show this evening. When we come back, I had a chance to talk with Shane Hawkins just moments ago. We'll have a coach's interview, and then we'll come back and we'll set the starting lineup and have the tip-off as the Benton Rangers are in Carterville to take on the Lions. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Let's go 2 minutes. 2 minutes and straight to coach. Everybody on YouTube, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Should be a good one. How you doing? All right?
Yep. This is
What's that? Oh yeah. Yeah, it was the cheer competition. They finished third. They're going to state. Yeah, next weekend. Yep. Yep. It was a good day. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they did good. Second year in a row they've been at state. So. Triad. Man, I drove by that wreck on 64 right there at Oakaville. That Marion woman was killed. Marion lady, yeah. She crossed over the center line and hit a semi head on. And wow. Yeah, it was.
Now you have a Benton Ranger team that they're 19-1 on the season, and one loss to Dexter Thomas to the Peterborough Panthers. They're a good ball team, good strong ball team. Coming off a hard game last night against the Heron Tigers.
Yeah, the one I talked to this morning about kind of their team, that it's the big guys who have been through the system and been there. They had two of those guys, Oxford and Hanson started and played a lot as freshmen when they weren't very good. So they've seen kind of about everything you throw at them in high school basketball. They've been on the bottom side, they've been on the top side. They have very good chemistry. They have some coaches' sons who are
ago that we played the Benton Rangers at the Dexter Thomas. They just buried us early. They hit 8 threes in the first quarter. How do you prevent that tonight?
Well, we had very little preparation for the English entire here last year. It was kind of like we did this one. We said last night the most important weekend for us was last night. A, because it was the first game. B, because it's a conference game that keeps us in the hunt as we chase a conference championship in the stretch. So you have to really think about that. It can put us in a bind with their offense because they're not tuned. They have 5 guys who are really good, 6, 7, 8 right off the bench. Top 9.
Bring it straight back to us, Robert. Straight back to us. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Head coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our Artworks pregame show. And as you could hear, he was very happy with last night's performance, Scott, and has every reason to believe maybe we'll get the carryover tonight and against these Benton Rangers.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to play one of your better games tonight to beat this Benton team. And some people might say, well, you know what, they're due to get another loss. They've only got one loss on the season. But, you know, they should.
Might as well be tonight.
Might as well be tonight. And, I mean, it would make it a great weekend if Carterville could pull the upset tonight. You know, another key to this game for Carterville, when they have the ball, when the Lions have the ball, they need to be patient on offense. You know, you always hear when they talk about Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers, the best way to stop them from scoring is keep them on the sideline. Well, Carterville can kind of do the same thing when they have possession of the ball. They don't need to throw up quick shots unless they're, you know, easy shots. But the longer you have the ball in your possession is obviously the less time that Benton has the ball. And you definitely don't want to turn the ball over a lot because Benton will make you pay on your turnovers.
And that's exactly what the Lions did last night against DuQuoin. They ran the perimeter of the three-point arc. Their passing was patient, and they made the extra pass. And that was one of the keys to the ball game last night. Not just the hustle, but the patience that they showed in the offensive set. And really, that could help here tonight. Like you said, keep the ball out of those shooters' hands of Benton. That's how you can help yourself and just play good spot-up man defense out there as well. Both teams are done with their pregame shoot-around. They're coming to the sideline. And we appreciate you tuning in here on NewsRadio WJPF and WJPF.com. And if you would like to watch and listen to the game, you can do that. Head to YouTube and search Carterville Lions versus Benton Rangers. And I think I've got 1/28/17 is the date there to kind of help out for you. Cheerleaders are at midcourt. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have your starting lineups. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. It's the anthem, Robert. Keep it till we're done. After this one, please. After this one. Back at Carterville, Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson, where we just had our national anthem. The starting lineup for both teams being presented by Ed Harris, the PA announcer here at Carterville High School. Also want to say congratulations to the Carterville cheerleaders who qualified for the state next week. The second year in a row for Carterville cheerleaders. They went to Troy Triad today and qualified third out of 5. Top 5 move on to the state competition in Bloomington next weekend. So Carterville once again did a nice job up there. The Benton Rangers are getting ready to be introduced here. The starting lineup for the Rangers, it will be number 4, Timmy Henson, the 6'3" senior guard for the Rangers. Number 5, Hamilton Page, the quarterback for the football team. He's tough, man. He's a junior, the 6-foot guard for Coach Ron Weinmiller. At the other guard, he torched Carterville with 3 threes to open the game in that first game, Scott. Really set the tone for the Rangers in that first meeting at the Duster Thomas.
Yeah, that's why the Lions need to get off to a quick start here tonight. Play solid defense and maybe force Benton into some early turnovers.
And at one of the forwards, Derek Oxford, the 6'1" senior. And then you have Parker Williams, the junior, 6'2", where's number 33. So for the Benton Rangers, it's going to be Henson, Page, Wills, Oxford, Williams. Starting lineup for your Carterville Lions, it will be number 3, 5'10" senior guard Blake Jackson, who last night played a fantastic game for the Lions. Also Justin Johnson, number 5, the 6'2" junior at one guard. At the point, Brendan Beasley will be starting once again this evening, the 5'9" senior guard. At one forward, Luke Ford, 6'7" junior. Last night wound up with, I believe, let's look here, he had 18 points last night, was the leading scorer for the Lions. He was just a beast in the first quarter, winds up with 8 points. He had 5 in the second quarter, slowed down a little bit in the second half, but he was on the bench because of the big lead for a big part, and look for a big night for Luke Ford tonight. And then at the other forward, the senior, 6'6" senior Taylor Heil. If we can keep the big guys involved tonight, Carterville could come away with a nice win tonight.
Yeah, as we said earlier, Ford's playing better now than the first time these two teams met. Obvious size advantage for Carterville, but what Benton lacks in size, they make up for in ball handling ability and shooting ability. They can all handle the ball. They kind of remind me of a Pinckneyville team, but a little bit better shooting team than Pinckneyville. They are just so solid with the ball. But Carterville, if they can get some of these guards and forwards for Benton in foul trouble, and the other key, guys like Luke Ford, Taylor Heil, you have to take advantage of the size, but you can't be on the bench with foul trouble because that just really neutralizes everything.
Carterville Lions have been introduced to the home crowd here. Benton Rangers always travel well. Nice crowd that made the trip down from Franklin County. Nice Carterville crowd as well on the far side of us. Of course, Benton in their visiting maroon with the white lettering. Carterville in their home whites with the blue lettering. Cheerleaders are doing their final cheer before the game, and we'll get things underway. This Lions broadcast, it is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale. The Carterville Banking Center now offering the convenience of mobile banking. Stay connected on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. For more information on the features of mobile banking and how you can enroll, go to their website. Check out tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Benton Rangers 19-1 on the season, number 6 in Class 3A, a good ball team, and 5-0 in their conference. Carterville, of course, 5-1 in the conference on the River to Rivers on the Mississippi side. Both teams are ready. The lights dim around the perimeter. The officials are on the floor. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. The Rangers control the tip. It is Derek Oxford and to Tommy Henson over to the far side as we are just underway here in Carterville. Henson fakes the shot on the left wing, brings it around the right-hand dribble to the free throw line, dumps it off to the right side. Wills has it now. Austin Wills, well, as we said, torched Carterville for 3 3-pointers in the first quarter at the Dexter Thomas, set the tone for that game. And fortunately, Carterville held him as Benton almost turned it over. It's controlled in the front court. And the three-pointer from the right side, that is good by Parker Williams, and that gets the Rangers on the board.
Well, Benton very patient on offense, almost turned the ball over, but regained control, and they start out with shockingly a 3.
Carterville into the front court. Taylor Heil has it to Luke Ford out high for the Lions. Brendan Beasley, right side, takes it top of the key to Jackson. Now back to Beasley. And Carterville going to run around to the perimeter. Passing down low on the right block to Luke Ford. Kick out to Beasley. He fires from 3, misses everything. And it's Henson that gets the rebound for the Rangers. Shot from the right wing is no good for 3. That was put up quickly by Derek Oxford. Luke Ford gets the rebound. Carterville comes the other way. 3-0 Rangers, just underway. About a minute and a half gone off the clock. Brendan Beasley between the circle gets it to Luke Ford, and he hands it off to Taylor Heil. Right wing to Brendan Beasley. Left-hand dribble, back to Ford, and brings it near side to Beasley. Now Johnson gets in on the action, top of the circle, guarded nicely by Timmy Henson. Beasley to Johnson, left side to Blake Jackson on the left wing. Top of the key, Brendan Beasley. Now to Justin Johnson. He thinks about shooting, steps in the paint, cross court to Beasley. He wants to shoot, gets it down low to Ford. Nice move, puts the shot up. He gets the bucket and the foul. What a nice drop step by Luke Ford.
Yeah, once he got the drop step on the defender, it was all over, and he made a nice move to the glass, got it to go in, and that's the Luke Ford we've seen over the last, probably 5-6 games.
Man, his footwork is phenomenal, and that's the key to him being able to get to the rack like he does. As the free throw is up and good for Luke Ford. That's a good start for the Lions. That foul was on Parker Williams, the first foul of the game. Carterville picks up a little press, half-court press for the Lions defensively. Benton breaks the press. They get it down low as the left-hand layup by Parker Williams is good. He's got all 5 of their points.
Yeah, they did a very good job of recognizing the Carterville defense, attacked it with passes, and got the easy bucket.
Carterville tried to get the trap up high, and when you do that, that leaves somebody open. Justin Johnson fires for our 3 for the Lions. Nice shot by JJ from the top of the key.
Boy, Justin Johnson and Blake Jackson could be big keys for Carterville offensively
The Rangers have their first turnover of the game as they throw it off the hands of Derek Oxford on the far side of the court. The ball belongs to the Carterville Lions.
Boy, you got to take advantage of any Benton turnovers you get. They're not usually a team that's going to give you a lot of extra opportunities, but when they do, you got to take advantage of it.
You and I always talk about points off turnovers. Last night it was very good for the Lions. Can they take advantage of that here tonight as the Rangers have their first turnover? Back to Luke Ford on the left block. He's guarded by Williams. They get it to Heil. Now Johnson on the right wing. A swing pass over to Beasley. Thinks about shooting. Backs it up. Johnson between the circles. Right-hand dribble. Beasley on the left wing. Wants to get it down low. The ball's kicked by Page for Benton. It's going to belong to the Lions.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, Benton is, of leaning on Luke Ford. Kind of a little bit of a knee, a little bit of a forearm in the back. But they're letting the officials so far letting them play.
Nothing really out of the wrong.
No.
So it's going to be a physical game. You can usually count on that with the Rangers. As Beasley has it on the right wing, left-hand dribble, takes it back out top. Johnson takes it from there, the left-hand dribble, and works it to the far side. Carterville moving left to right. They get it to Ford. Little 8-foot jumper, no good, rims out, and Rangers get the rebound as it's Austin Wills takes it across the timeline. Left-hand dribble. They give it to Henson, now to the right side. Thinks about the shot from Page. It's Wills, dumps it down low. And they're going to kick it out. Page fires from 3, no good. Little guy on the court. Brendan Beasley gets the rebound. Here come the Lions quickly into the front court. Justin Johnson drives the left baseline. His shot up and good. JJ's got 5 points in this game.
Great start by the junior.
It is 8-5. Carterville the 3-point lead. 3:40 left here in the opening quarter. as Wills is going to fire from a deep three, and he buries it. You cannot leave him open like that. He has got such a great shot.
You got to guard at least 2-3 feet beyond the arc, because they will unleash that shot anytime they come over the center line.
All tied with 3:22 left here in the opening quarter. Ford gets it on the right block. His shot up is good. He's got 5 points here in the game, and Carterville back on top.
Ford's just turning into a road grader underneath when he gets the ball.
I tell you what, his confidence level has just exploded in the since like the Frankfurt midwinter. Benton has it in the front court. They got the trap on Page, but he does throw the ball away. The second turnover on the Benton Rangers, and it belongs to the Carterville Lions.
And the Lions have not had a turnover yet in this game, so they're not giving Benton those extra opportunities I was talking about in the pregame.
Shh.
I know.
Shh.
Slap me the next time I say something like that.
Beasley, he's picked up defensively by Gary Gwynn. I like Gary Gwynn because I like his name, Gary. It's Blake Jackson. His 10-footer rolls around and it falls. He's on the board. Carterville is rolling right along here late here in this first quarter. It's 12-8 Carterville. Rangers, they break the press. They get it into the front court. Wills is going to fire from three again. Man, he just buries it deep on the right wing. He's got 6 points. And it's 12-11. Carterville the 1-point lead. Beasley gets it, leaves it down low for 40, gathers it in. JJ thinks about shooting the three, but he backs it up, gets it back to Beasley. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Should have been a foul, not called. Blake Jackson has it, looks for help, gets it to JJ. Justin Johnson, the top of the circle, guarded by Wills. Now to Beasley, toward the right side, brings it near side to the right. Blake Jackson, right-hand dribble, gets the pick from Ford. Nice, and dumps it down low, turns it over. There's the first turnover on the Carterville Lions. Quickly into the front court, Cade Thomas. He gets it down to Wynn. Wynn loses it, and they're going to say it was off Carterville. It's going to belong to the Benton Rangers.
Just tried to force a pass to Ford in the paint. Ford guarded closely.
Lions broadcast brought to you by the Ike family of dealerships, Ike Honda and Ike Volkswagen of Marion, proud supporters of your Carterville Lions sports. Luke Ford has a shoestring issue. He's good now. Benton gets the ball inbounds. That is Oxford there. Oxford gets it to Wills on the right baseline, guarded by Beasley. And back out top, they get it to Gary Gwynn, brings it near side. That is Williams with the basketball. Wills has it at the top of the key, steps into the left elbow. Now it's the three-pointer from Oxford off the iron, no good. Beasley has his second rebound of the first quarter. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. The 1-point lead for your Lions. Dylan Moore is into the game for the Lions. Just checked in, left wing, takes it into the paint. Oh, he could have shoot. Kicks it out to Beasley. Passes up the shot. Beasley now, right wing. He's guarded by Wynn. Top of the circle, Jackson. Three, ball, no good. Long rebound comes off to Austin Wills. And he's across midcourt quickly. Behind the back, and we've got a turnover on Austin Wills as the ball got hung up on his hip, according to the official. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Yep, 3 turnovers now for Benton in this first quarter. Carterville shooting the ball well in this first half, and really the reason Benton's only down by 1 is they've hit 3 threes in this first quarter.
Justin Johnson has 5 points. Luke Ford has 5. Luke just checked out. He's going to get a breather to end the first quarter. Blake Jackson in the backcourt, steps across the timeline. Brendan Beasley now. Will Carterville hold for the final shot? Beasley, top of the circle, to Blake Jackson on the left wing. To Taylor Heil, who comes out high above the three-point line. Now Dylan Valerius is checked in for the Lions. It's Heil to Jackson to Valerius. Left-hand dribble, got away with a walk there. His shot is no good. It's blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Parker Williams, and that's going to be the second foul on Mr. Williams.
Now, give Valerius credit. He got the ball. He saw an opening in the lane. He took it, and he drew the foul. And now he's going to go to the free throw line to hit a couple of big free throws.
He's at the line, shooting 2, as he was fouled while shooting. First one is good by Dylan Valerius. 14 seconds left in this opening quarter. 2-point lead, 13-11 for the Lions. Second free throw is on the way from Valerius. In, out, no good. Rebound comes off to Derek Oxford of Benton. They're going to have a chance at the last shot at the quarter. As they work it around between the circles, it is Garrett Gwynn, right-hand dribble, takes it to the left elbow, kick out pass to Oxford, three, no good, and that's how we end the first quarter. Carterville has a 2-point lead. It's 13-11. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. 60, please, 60. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thank you. Appreciate it. All 17 of yous. (13 to 11) as we head to the second quarter here at Carterville. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, downtown Carterville. For over 30 years, certified York dealer and service all brands. You can call 985-2502 or go online. Visit charliesairconditioningandheating.com.
Carterville shot 62% in the first quarter, 50% for Benton.
Carterville has the basketball to open up the second quarter. Into the front court on the floor right now. Dylan Moore, Valerius. The ball is tipped away. Grant Garby is in as well. Blake Jackson and Brandon Beasley. As we look at scoring from the first quarter, Luke Ford and Justin Johnson each have 5. It was Blake Jackson with 2 and Dylan Valerius with 1. 13 points for the Lions in the opening quarter. It was Austin Wills. He's got 6 points in the first quarter, and Parker Williams had 5. That's the scoring for the Rangers. They have 11. It's 13-11. Carterville basketball. Grant Garby over to Dylan Valerius. Drives the left baseline, puts the shot up. No good. Throws it over the top of the rim. Over everything, and Austin Wills has the rebound. Quickly into the front court, the Rangers with the basketball. Down 2, just underway here in the second quarter. Wills drives to the paint, kick out pass, now back to Garrett Gwynn. Gwynn to Paige Hamilton. Page puts the shot up, no good. Valerius gets the rebound, but he loses the handle, and Benton has it. Wills, his shot is up and good, and he gets fouled, and is going to go to the line and shoot the and one.
Yeah, tough break for Valerius. He got the rebound. He had his guy blocked off, but when he got the ball, he didn't realize that there was somebody behind him. He came and stripped him, and now Benton has a chance to take the lead.
Austin Wills shooting the foul is good. He's got 9 points here for the Benton Rangers. Now they're up 1 point, up by 1, 14-13, 6:54 left. Pressure by the Rangers. Carterville breaks it, gets it into the front court. They've done a much better job. The ball's tipped out of bounds by Garrett Gwynn, but they did a much better job last night. They're doing a good job tonight on some pressure by the Benton Rangers.
Yeah, anytime you face a zone trap or a full court zone pressure, you know, the way you beat it is with passing. You can't really dribble through that. And Carterville did a very good job last night and done a pretty good job so far tonight.
So Ford, Heil, and Justin Johnson all check back in. So we've got the original starting 5 for the Lions on the floor. They had the basketball moving left to right in their home white uniforms. Down 1, 14-13, 6.5 left in the half. As Taylor Heil fakes the shot from the right elbow. Blake Jackson, right wing, guarded nicely by Hamilton Page. Beasley back to Jackson, takes it around. Beasley works it to the left side now. Justin Johnson with the right-hand dribble, back to Beasley, near side to Blake Jackson, fakes the pass to Heil, swing pass to JJ on the left side. He's going to back it up to Heil, now to Jackson. He's open for 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound comes off to Austin Wills once again. And Benton has the ball. 3-ball from the right side, no good. Rebound up, and it's out of bounds off of Blake Jackson. Man, they just will fire from anywhere.
No, that's their offense. I mean, if they're open, they're going to shoot. Tough break for the Lions because Ford and Jackson both fighting for the rebound, and they couldn't corral it, and it's back to Benton.
14-13, the 1-point lead for the number 6 ranked team in Class 3A. Of course, last night they get a hard-fought win over the Heron Tigers in conference play. They're perfect in conference. They're 19-1 on the season. Just a great year so far for head coach Ron Weinmiller and these Benton Rangers. As Gary Gwynn has it left side into the paint, finds an opening, and then the backdoor pass to Hamilton Pages. Good Pages in the scorebook for the Rangers.
Well, just great ball movement, attacking Carterville's defense and finding the open man.
Carterville breaks the pressure. Beasley across the timeline to Jackson, back to Beasley, right wing. Now he's picked up by Page. Back to Jackson toward the midcourt. Beasley back to Jackson. Swing over to Justin Johnson, left wing. He looks inside. Big guys need to move, and JJ loses the handle. First turnover in the second quarter, and the shot is up, and it's a foul by Justin Johnson. Austin Wills is going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Now Benton's gone to a zone trap defense, and Carterville's having trouble figuring it out right now. Taylor Heil's been non-existent in this game. Carterville's not been able to find him on the inside to where he can do some damage.
First one by Austin Wills is good. 17-13. Rangers with the 4-point lead now. Wills toes the line. Free throws up, and it's good. Just a good shooting motion on him.
And they don't miss their free throws either.
No, they don't. So it's a 5-point lead with 4:45 remaining here in the first half. Justin Johnson gets the pass, thinks about driving to the bucket, backs it out, over to Beasley, now to Blake Jackson toward the right side, guarded by Hamilton Page. Taylor Heil fires from about 16, in, out, and it falls in for Taylor Heil. That's his first bucket of the game.
That's a big bucket because that stopped an 8-0 Benton run.
18-15, 4:20 left here in the first half. Benton with the basketball. Hamilton Page between the circles to Timmy Henson. Now Austin Wills gets in the action. Swing out pass to the right side. 3-ball is good by Hamilton Page for the Rangers.
They get you to double team when they get in the paint, and they kick it right back out.
Yes, they do.
And somebody is wide open.
They like that three-pointer. As Carterville has it in the front court. Pass back door to Luke Ford is no good. It's a turnover on the Carterville Lions. Benton into the front court. Henson gives it to Oxford. Misses the three-pointer from the right wing. Carterville gets the rebound quickly into the front court. Justin Johnson, Beasley, Blake Jackson between the circles. Zone right now being played by the Rangers. Taylor Heil has it to Justin Johnson, left corner. Taylor Heil down low, banks it home for the Lions. He's got 4 back-to-back points by Taylor Heil.
Yeah, good to see Heil getting involved in the offense.
The drive to the bucket by Garrick Wynn. He's fouled on the floor before the shot, so it's going to be a possession to the Benton Rangers, a hack by the Carterville Lions.
At halftime, Mount Vernon leads Heron 22-17 in a low-scoring game.
One of the officials telling Ron Weinmiller to chill out, dude. I got this. The foul is called on Blake Jackson. Is that right? That's his second? I've only got him for 1. But the scoreboard says 2. The 3-ball off the back of the iron by the Rangers. Henson, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it belongs to the Rangers.
Yeah, you really don't want to give Benton any extra opportunities. You don't want to give them any offensive rebounds, which so far they have no offensive rebounds. When that ball comes off the rim or the glass, Carterville's got to get those balls.
Kate Thomas just checked in for Garrick Gwynn for the Rangers. Rangers basketball, far side of the court, moving right to left. Up 4, 21-17, 2:50 here in the first half. Austin Wills between the circle, gets it to Page. Page gives it to Henson. Now he's going to take it to the far side. That is Cade Thomas. He's guarded by Dylan Valerius. Page down low to Henson. Henson to Wills, and back to Derek Oxford. Oxford, they work it around. Nice patience being shown as Hamilton Page gets a lane, gets the bucket and the foul, and is going to go to the line and shoot the and one for the Benton Rangers.
Well, again, they're just very good ball handlers. They've got good quickness. They'll break your defense down, and when they get in the paint, then you have to make a decision. Do you come over, help from the weak side, or do you just hopefully you get somebody to, or hopefully he misses the shot?
Hamilton Page does miss the free throw, and so it's 23-17, 2:20 here in the first half. Valerius for the Lions, Justin Johnson, Taylor Heil, left baseline, finds a cutting Luke Ford, and he loses the handle on it. Third turnover on the Lions here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and their fifth overall. Ford had an easy lane to the bucket, but he lost control, and the ball goes back to Benton.
We have a timeout that is called by the Carterville Lions. It's a 30-second timeout. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Crystal's Catering and more. More than you expected, more memorable for your guests. You can go online, visit crystalsgoodfood.com for more information. And remember, no event is too small or too large. Crystal's Catering will customize a menu that will fit your budget and your preference. It's crystalsgoodfood.com for more information. 23-17. Mount Vernon leads Heron at the half, 22-17. Also at the half, SIU was getting beat by Missouri State. And several games going on tonight around Southern Illinois.
A lot of basketball tonight. Junior college games, SIU.
Logan won today.
SIU playing tonight. This game, Heron and Mount Vernon. Other games going on. If you're a basketball junkie, this is your time of year.
The Pinckneyville shootout, I think, was today. And I think Carbondale played up there earlier. Benton has the basketballs. We're back under play. 2 minutes remaining here at the half. It's 23-17 Rangers over the Lions as Cade Thomas puts the shot up. No good. Rebound by Taylor Heil. But when you compare this game to the first matchup between these teams, much better ball game as Heil fires from just inside the free throw line. He's got 6 points here in this second quarter.
Yeah, Carterville's hit their last 3 shots in the field, keeping them close, only down by 4 with a minute and a half to go.
23-19 with 1.5 left in the half. Rangers have it. That is Oxford. Hands it off to Austin Wills. One step, and he just fires from 3 and just buries it. Man, it is impressive to watch him play, actually.
I mean, it's
automatic.
It's like shooting layups for some people.
It is. It's just automatic. He's got such a sweet stroke. And 26-19, 7-point lead for the Rangers as we are working our way towards 60 seconds left here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, Carterville cheerleader head coach Linda Drust is going to join us. Luke Ford gets the ball down low, the bucket and the foul, and is going to go to the line and shoot the free throw for the Lions. Linda Drust is going to join us on the halftime show, talking about her cheerleaders. They're heading back to state for the second year in a row.
Well, they're not going to give Ford the basket, which is amazing to me. Now, wait a minute. The official says, hang on, basket's good.
Yes, basket is good. The foul was on Austin Wills. That helps. Get it a little bit of foul on him. Missouri State leads SIU 51-46 with 11:32 left at the SIU Arena. The free throw from Luke Ford is good.
Ford comes out, Moore in. Keep Luke out of foul trouble in this last minute. 4-point game. Been a good one so far. We've seen what we thought we would see from Benton. They launched the threes.
You can bet that Shane Hawkins should be very happy with his performance. 45 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. The 3 ball is good from Oxford from the left side.
That's their 6th 3 in this first half.
30 seconds remaining. Back to 7-point lead. Carterville with the basketball. They're going to hold for the final shot. As Beasley has it, gets it near side to Dylan Moore, who just checked in. Down low to JJ, the ball on the floor. We got a jump ball, and the possession arrow belongs to the Benton Rangers.
It's just so hard to make a bounce pass to somebody that's only 5 feet away from you.
And Shane Hawkins is going to talk about this because now, Benton here, Carterville has the ball with 30 seconds left. All they got to do is hold it for the final shot. They turn it over, and the Rangers are going to have a chance to add to the 7-point lead going in at half.
They could be up by double digits at half, which would be a shame.
And that can make just a big difference in the psyche of your ball team. As there's 5 seconds left, as it is Wynn that fires from 3, no good. Ball's on the floor. That's how we end the first half. So it's 29-22 at the half. The Benton Rangers, the number 6 team in Class 3A, has a 7-point lead over your Carterville Lions. Coming up on our halftime show, cheerleading head coach from Carterville, Linda Drust, is going to join us, and we'll be back. It is going to be your City of Carterville halftime show. It's next on News Radio WJPF. 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes. I'll probably have you come over here, and we'll use this handheld here. Do you know Scott?
Proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC.
It's been a while, yeah. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Charlie, the air conditioning and heating of Carterville has proudly served Southern Illinois. Charlie has earned their customers' trust and
Back at Carterville, where it's halftime here this evening. It's 29-22, and a much better first half for the Carterville Lions than the first time they played back at the Dexter Thomas, Scott. As, the most impressive stat that I'm looking through here, 4 turnovers for the Carterville Lions in the first half. Benton only has 3.
Yeah, Benton's got 3. I've actually got Carterville for 6, but we're close enough.
Oh, okay.
29-22. At one point, Carterville led this game 13-10, so that means Benton went on a 19-7 run. Excuse me.
You're better at math than me.
Yeah, 19-9 run. Excuse me, 19-9 run to take the 7-point lead. But the reason why Benton is up by 7 at this point, they've hit 6 threes in this first half, which is not anything unusual for them. Carterville actually shot the ball better in the first half than Benton. Benton shot 50%. Carterville shot about 55%. 6 turnovers for Carterville, only 3 for Benton. No offensive rebounds for either team. Both teams doing a good job of cleaning off the glass. 8 rebounds for Carterville. They were led by Beasley with 3. 4 by Wills to lead the Benton Rangers.
And Wills leads all scorers. He's got 14 points here in the first half. It's 29-22. Today went up to Troy Triad as daughter is on the Carterville cheer team. And the Carterville Lions, Coach Linda Drust, for the second year in a row, they qualified to go to state with the performance finishing 3rd at the Troy sectional today.
Thanks, Dave. We did a great job today.
It was outstanding, and I gotta say, this is a team that's very, very talented, and I was talking with you earlier, if we were to compare this to football, what's happening with this cheerleading team is going to the state championship game in Champaign. Everybody would be loading up the car to follow the Carterville Lions to Champaign if they were playing. Or if Carterville had won the super sectional at Carbondale heading to state. It's the equivalent of that for these girls, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Friday would be like your super sectional, and this coming Saturday, when the top 10 teams compete, that is your championship.
I talk about it almost every game. Scott probably gets tired of me talking about it, about how hard these girls work and the hours that it takes to put in to learn these routines and perfect it as much as possible.
Some of these girls spend months and actually years learning their skills. We will have tryouts in April, and then we get started in the summer with camps. We work skills during football, we work skills during basketball, and then we put a routine together. And it's something that really takes a very long time. The routine that we're running right now, we actually started the choreography right after we came off the floor last year at the state championship.
It's amazing, and not only that, but then the extra stuff they do, the tumbling that they do on their own, where they'll go to snow power or wherever they do their practice. I mean, it is. Most people think that cheerleading is what they see on the sideline at a basketball game or at a football game, and it is so much more than that.
Well, if you've never been to a competitive cheer competition, you really need to go.
Yes.
And you need to go because not only is it something exciting to watch, it's very athletic. Girls are scored on several different things. Their projection and their showmanship, jumps, tumbling, pyramids, basket tosses, partner stunts, motions and dance, and then their overall composition of their routine. And what we do, we take the strengths of the team, and then that's how we choreograph the routine. We do our own choreography. We used to have someone else do that for us, but we know our team better.
Yep.
And we started doing that last year, and it has been very good for us.
It was 16 teams that competed today at Troy Triad. Only 5 advanced in that division in the small varsity. And we were, it was Breeze Central that was first, Breeze Mater Dei second, Carterville was third, and then you had Anna Jonesboro that finished fourth, and Cesar Valier that winds up fifth. This is the second year in a row that Carterville's moved on to state. Talk about how that helps, having been there a year ago.
Well, it helps because we know what to expect when we get there. We know how to make hotel reservations. We know how to plan our travel. We know how to plan our meals. We know how to warm up in the Coliseum. So all those little details come a lot easier to us. But it's also great for our girls because they've already been there and they know what the experience is. We will actually practice on our stage this week under the lights because they will perform under the lights, which is something very unique and something that they've never done before. So they have to learn how to do all these stunts with bright lights shining in their eyes.
So the Carterville cheerleaders are heading off to state. It's in Bloomington next weekend. They'll start it on Friday. It's 2 days, Friday and Saturday. If they finish on Friday, if they finish in what? The top
10, then we will go on and we will actually compete for the state title.
And
on Saturday.
last year finished 9th in the state. It's
Yes,
pretty impressive.
It is.
And our goal this year is to win that state
I want to win it every year.
Absolutely. Head coach Linda Drust of the Carterville cheerleaders who are going to the state tournament next week. Now, like I said, folks, this is like Dennis Drust and his football Lions going to state, or Shane Hawkins and the basketball Lions going to state. It is the same thing, equally as competitive, very entertaining, and I highly urge you to make that drive up to Bloomington next week to see these girls perform.
It is actually streamed live on IHSA for people who can't make the trip.
Yep.
So for people who actually cannot get there, you can still be a part of it.
Linda Dress joining us here on our halftime show. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Robert, I'm sorry. Let's go. 60 seconds here. 60 seconds.
I'm done.
Well done. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of nice compliments from our competition too.
Yes.
About the live streaming.
Oh, really?
And they said, "You did live streaming, and you did. It's called turning wire, which is what IHSA uses, and not many people use it." And I said, "Well, yeah, we do it right."
Yeah. And it's had like over 500 views.
Yeah. Very pleased.
Yeah. Good. Back at Carterville, where we're getting ready for second half action. The Carterville Lions are down 7, 29-22. This Lions broadcast, it is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale now has an online mortgage center, so you can check rates or apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information on the Bank of Carbondale's online mortgage center, go to the website, tboc.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval.
First 2 times these teams met, Benton had the 8-point lead at halftime, and Carterville had one of their not-so-good third quarters that led to the blowout victory. Very crucial start to this third quarter. Carterville will get the ball, only down 7, but they've got to make some hay, as they say, in this third quarter. They cannot let this thing get out of hand.
Down 7, so this first possession here by the Lions is critical. If you can get a 3 ball to get within 4, that would be a great way to start this second half. But we'll take anything.
We'll take anything. We're beggars, but we're not choosy.
Not greedy. Taylor Heil has it just inside the left wing. Carterville moving from right to left now on your radio dial. In the white home uniforms, they get it to Luke Ford. Blake Jackson has it on the left wing. Back to Ford. Has a defender on his back. Turnaround jumper by Heil is good for the Lions. That's a good start.
They got it into the big guy, and he used his size to get it up and over the front of the rim.
Benton in the front courts, right below us here from our perch in the corner here at Carterville High School. Austin Wills gets it to Hamilton Page. They work it over to the far side now, as it is Oxford with it. Back to Wills, and near side now to Parker Williams, the big guy, for the Rangers. As they work it back around, far side, Wills has it, thinks about shooting, guarded by Beasley. Nice job. Wills give and go, and his shot is blocked by Taylor Howe, and he gets the loose ball. That's Carterville basketball.
Nice defense.
Yes, it was. Nice job by Heil. Nice by the whole team defensively there. Blake Jackson has it left wing. Heil out top. Back to Jackson left wing. Guarded by Wills for the Rangers. 6.5 left in the third quarter. Blake Jackson guarded by Wills once again. Right-hand dribble to Justin Johnson. Now Beasley on the right wing. 29-24, 5-point lead for the Lions. Into Ford, his turnaround jumper off the board, no good. Gets his own rebound. Carterville controls down to Heil. He gets the putback for the Lions. What a nice job for Carterville.
Yeah, Ford went and got his rebound after the ball was slapped up in the air, and Carterville's pulled it within 3.
29-26, 6 minutes left as Benton has it into the front court. Page fakes the shot from the right wing. Back to Wills, top of the circle between the logos. And now it is to Williams, left side. They get it to Wills. Wills to Page. They get it to Henson now. Oxford, left-hand dribble to Wills. Left wing, it is going to be Hamilton Page. Fires from 3 off the iron. No good. Beasley has another rebound. Is that 5?
He's got 4, but he leads the Lions in rebounding.
Taylor Heil between the circles. Left-hand dribble to Blake Jackson. Back to Heil, drives the left baseline, powers his way to the board. Shot no good. Rebound is good. Misses 2 little bunnies right in a row for the Lions. The outlet pass down low is thrown off of Carterville's Taylor Heil, and it's going to belong to the Benton Rangers.
Those are those bunnies, and he had not 1 but 2 bunnies. Talking about Taylor Heil.
He's not a hunter. I can tell you.
No, he's not.
He doesn't hunt.
No. Matter of fact, if he does, the rabbits are safe, is what you're saying.
Yeah, as we have timeout. It's a full timeout that is called, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. 60. Hey, everybody on YouTube, thanks for watching. (29-26), the Benton Rangers lead the Lions here at the 5:14 mark. As a matter of fact, Benton hasn't scored here in the third quarter, and we're almost 3 minutes into this quarter. Talking with some Benton people a little earlier, they said they will have these little bouts of where they don't score, as Austin Wills misses for the first time tonight, I believe, for the Rangers. Carterville has the basketball.
Yeah, 0 for 3 from the field for Benton.
Beasley gets a lane to the rack. He puts his shot up, no good. It's short, and the rebound comes off to Parker Williams for the Rangers. Quickly into the front court. Oxford fakes the shot to Gehrig. Win. The shot no good from the left corner, and Blake Jackson gets the rebound for the Lions.
This is where Carterville's got to take advantage of this cold shooting spell, because you know it's not going to last very long for Benton.
No, it's not, and Blake Jackson now has it as he gets it top of the key to Johnson. Left wing to Heil to Johnson. Now right wing to Blake Jackson. Down low to Luke Ford. Right block. He kicks it back out top over to the left wing. Beasley thinks about shooting. He's guarded by Wills for the Rangers. Johnson to Heil. He looks to Luke Ford. Back to Johnson. Right between the circles. Beasley drives the left baseline, gets a free runner, and that's a nice drive by Brennan Beasley.
And nobody came over to help defensively for Benton, and Beasley just went strong to the glass.
And that's his first bucket of the ballgame. Carterville's within one now with 3:50 left in the third quarter. Benton has not scored at all here in the third. Austin Wills has it right wing. Top of the circle, they work it to the left side. Hamilton Page guarded by Blake Jackson. He almost double dribbled down low to Parker Williams, and that's his good for Williams. That is the first bucket for the Rangers.
Yeah, Williams just went up between two big guys for Carterville and got it to go.
Carterville has it in the front court. Low block to Luke Ford. He takes it to the bucket, gets it to Heil. Heil, little 8-foot jumper in for Carterville. He's got 4 here in this half.
Good to see Taylor Heil get going offensively. They need him.
1 point game for the Rangers. 3 minutes remaining. 3:05. Rangers in the front court. Wills to Hamilton Page. Between the circles, guarded by Heil. Now gets it to Gehrig Wynn. Takes it around left side for three-pointer is good by Derek Oxford for the Rangers. And like you said, they'll heat it up again.
Yeah, you've got to take advantage when they're not shooting well. And Carterville did. Carterville has done a good job in this second half. But again, it's the 3 ball that gets Benton the lead and kind of gets them that separation they seem to need whenever they need a big basket.
The first bucket points for the Rangers came at 3:29 mark here in the third. Almost 5 minutes that Rangers didn't score, and Carterville couldn't take advantage. Is it going to cost them? We'll have to find out. Carterville has the basketball. 2:35 remaining here in the third. Down low, Taylor Heil. He's taken over here. His jump shot from 5 feet is short again. Rangers get the rebound. 4-point lead. Right corner. That is Thomas. Drives across the lane to the left side. Should have been a travel, not called. That's what the Carterville fans want. As it's Thomas, has it right wing. Now he hands it off to Hamilton Page. Page is the quarterback for the Rangers, turns it over. That's the first turnover on the Rangers here in the second half. Carterville has it. Beasley, left wing. Jackson, left corner. He dumps it down low. Luke Ford, turnaround jumper, floater's no good. He gets his own rebound though. Carterville kicks it out. Beasley for 3. Yes! Nice job by Luke Ford and Brennan Beasley.
Ford kept the play alive, and Beasley buried the 3 to pull the Lions to within 1.
With 1:47 left here in the third quarter. 34-33. What a nice game we have right here in Carterville this evening. Benton with the basketball as Oxford has it. For 3, Hamilton Page fires no good, rims out, rebound on by the Rangers. His shot by Williams is no good, and we have a foul that is called on the Carterville Lions. I think they're going to call it on Luke Ford. He's aggravated with the call.
They're going to call it Parker Williams.
They're going to call it on Parker Williams. That is the third, and the Benton Rangers are not happy. And nice job by Luke Ford to just walk away. Yep. He walked to the other end of the court like you're supposed to do. Carterville basketball. Carterville could take the lead here as now the Rangers pick up full court. Justin Johnson loses a handle, gets it to Beasley, down low to Luke Ford into the front court. 34-33, Rangers a 1-point lead, 1:15 left here in the third. Luke Ford on the low block to Beasley, left corner, right-hand dribble, top of the circle. Now they work it to the right side. Justin Johnson to Taylor Heil on the right block. He's guarded there by Hamilton Page. Beasley to Jackson, fires from three, no good. Rebound, Luke Ford gets it. Little turnaround jumper off the front of the arm, no good. Battle for it, and the Rangers have it, and we have a foul that is called. I think they may call this one. The officials talk, and they're going to say it was on number 5, that is Blake Jackson, and that is going to be the third foul on Blake Jackson. The ball's going to belong to the Benton Rangers.
Boy, Carterville has missed 2 or 3 of those bunnies in the second half. Now we've got an official's timeout as Justin Johnson's got an injury issue.
Shake it up. He's going to go get him a drink of water. Go talk to... I think he may have got hit.
I think he got it in the midsection or a little lower, and he's feeling the effects. But what a third quarter by the Lions. They just missed a couple of those what we call bunnies, or they could have the lead right now.
45 seconds remaining here in the third. Rangers hold on to a 1-point lead, 34-33. Benton has the ball in their road maroon uniforms. Hamilton Page takes across the free throw line. Down low, they get it to Parker Williams. He's guarded by Ford, and he hits him with the hack. And they're going to say that Luke Ford, they're going to call it on Taylor Heil. I do that every time.
Yeah, Heil came from behind, and Ford had good position. It was going to be a tough shot for Williams, but Heil got him on the backside, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Parker Williams at the line. First one is good. Back to a 2-point lead for the Rangers with 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. Williams' second free throw. It's good.
He'll come out of the game, and replacing him is Braxton Lutz,
who sees a minimal playing time here at 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Beasley breaks the timeline for the Lions. Carterville a chance for the last shot here in the third. Down 3, 36-33, 20 seconds remaining in the third. Taylor Heil has it way out high for the Lions. Carterville holding for the last shot. Beasley works it over to Jackson, back to Beasley between the circles. 5 seconds left. He loses the handle. Benton gets it, and it's a breakout and a block by Taylor Heil. As it was Oxford that got the ball and drove to the bucket. Heil comes and gets him with the body, and so Oxford is going to have an opportunity at 2 free throws here right before the end of the third quarter.
Well, that's twice now that Carterville has had a chance to score at the end of a quarter and have not been able to. Beasley trying to maybe do a little bit too much and got his pocket picked, and Benton looking to extend their 3-point lead.
I believe Oxford has some blood on his leg. He does on his left knee. And he's going to have to see the trainer. He's supposed to go to the line and shoot free throws. Austin Wills is going to check in, so that probably works out better for Benton.
Yeah.
As he doesn't miss, or rarely misses. Maybe I jinxed him there. We'll see.
You know, I know this rarely comes up in a game, but I think when you have, well, actually,
they're going to actually have
Henson's going to
Timmy
shoot
Henson.
the free throws. But I think that if you have an injury, that you shouldn't be able to bring in a player off the bench to shoot free throws. It should be somebody that's already on the floor. May not make any difference.
Exactly.
But I don't think you should be able to just bring anybody off the bench to shoot the free throw.
Henson hits the first free throw. The second one is on its way, and it's good. 38-33, Carterville with the shot at the horn, no good. 5-point lead as we're heading to the fourth for the Benton Rangers. It's 38-33. Fourth quarter action is next on News Radio WJPF. 60. back at Carterville, where we're heading to the fourth quarter. It is 38-33, the 5-point Ranger lead. Carterville's hanging right in there.
Hanging in there. Carterville only shot 36% in that third quarter. Only 25% for Benton. But Benton, who had a 7-point lead at half, only lost 2 points out of that.
As they get the ball down low to Timmy Henson, he gets that bucket to fall for the Rangers. It's 40-33, 7-point lead now. Pressure by the Rangers. Carterville gets it into the front court. Luke Ford, right block. His bank shot is up and good for the Lions. Nice assist from Taylor Heil.
Now they can't stop Luke Ford when he gets the ball in the paint.
So you would think keep working that. 5-point game now. Rangers have it. Henson has it. Into paint. Kicks it over to the left side. That is Cade Thomas. Thomas into the paint, right side. Hamilton Page fires from 3 and buries it from the right side.
It's almost ridiculous how well they shoot the 3.
It's crazy. 43-35, 8-point lead for the Rangers. Carterville has it in the front court. Down low, Luke Ford toward the right block. Kick out past to Valerius. Left side to Brennan Beasley. He drives the lane, baseline. Kicks it back out. Beasley, or Jackson rather, has it right side. He puts the ball on the floor. Ford has it, hands it to Valerius. Now Beasley toward the left wing. Back to Taylor Heil between the circles. Right side, Carterville has it, 6:35. Ball comes off to Johnson. Beasley's going to fire from 3 off the iron. He's fouled and is going to go to the line. Are they going to say it was on the shot or after the shot?
I think he's going to go line to shoot 3, and this is a time in the game. Clock stopped. You're down by 8. You want to get points. Who'd they call the foul on?
Cade Thomas.
They called the foul on Blake Jackson.
Oh, they did.
Okay, well,
it wasn't, and that's the 4th now on Blake Jack. Well,
I don't know. I did not see it.
I didn't either.
It had to be after the shot, I guess.
So I guess that's a turnover on the Carterville Lions here in the 4th. 43-35. I didn't even see him over there, but that's what the call was. So the Rangers have it. It is Henson, left side, Hamilton Page. Back to Henson, right side. He drives down the lane, puts the shot up. No good. Rebound, Luke Ford hands it to Blake Jackson. Jackson has 3 fouls here in the game. Beasley toward the left wing. He wants to drive the left baseline, backs it up. Back to Jackson, top of the circle. To Beasley, to Jackson. He's guarded by Hamilton Page. Over to the right side now. It's Valerius to Heil. Back between the circles to Jackson. He really wants to shoot. We have a foul on Hamilton Page of the Benton Rangers.
That's only their 2nd team foul. Carterville just trying whatever they can to get the ball into Ford. And Benton really collapsing down on Ford. Sometimes 3 guys around Luke.
They get the inbound pass on the left side. Blake Jackson to Brennan Beasley, who stands on the Lion logo at midcourt just inside the timeline. Blake Jackson, right wing, to Valerius, top of the circle. Nobody guarding him now. They're cracking down on Luke Ford. Double team. He's kicks it out to Jackson. Over to Valerius. To Beasley. Drives the left baseline. Kicks it back out to Valerius. Carterville, if they can just work it. Valerius loses the handle. Gets it back. Down low to Heil. Finds a cutting Luke Ford. He takes it to the rack and gets his bucket for the Lions. That's how you do it.
And I'm not so sure he didn't get fouled.
He did get fouled, but it wasn't called. And the Rangers fire immediately. Carterville gets the rebound on the miss. Down 43-37, a 6-point lead. Valerius loses the handle, and he's fouled by Austin Wells, I believe, number 11 for the Benton Rangers it is. And I believe Valerius is going to go to the line.
Valerius going out. Lions ball underneath the basket. Valerius may have gotten bailed out by that foul because he went down the baseline and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah. He had to take it to the rack. So Justin Johnson has it. It's a 6-point lead for the Rangers. Carterville hanging around, which is good. And the ball's tipped out of bounds by Timmy Henson for Benton. 4:50 remaining here in this game. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Blake Jackson fires from the right wing off the iron, no good. Rebound comes off to Derek Oxford for the Rangers. 6-point lead, 4:35 left in this ball game. Henson, top of the circle, gives it to Austin Wills. JJ picks him up defensively, hands it to Hamilton Page. A switch by JJ. He stays out there defensively. Blake Jackson steps in. Now it's Page, right wing, to Henson. Henson, top of the circle, wants to get it to Wills, and we've got a charging foul called on Timmy Henson of the Benton Rangers. Carterville basketball. That's another turnover.
Henson got frustrated by the Carterville defense, especially by Johnson and Jackson. They were really frustrating him. Got up in his grill, and he took it out on one of the Carterville defenders, and the turnover gets the ball back to Carterville.
Game becoming just a little bit more physical as the clock winds down here in the fourth quarter. They get it down to Ford, to Justin Johnson, drives into the paint, kick out to Beasley, fires from three, good for the Lions. Brendan Beasley with a big three-pointer, and we have a timeout as Carterville is clawed back in within 3 points here. It is a 30-second timeout called by Shane Hawkins and your Carterville Lions. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. They are right now in their West Plaza Drive location, but they're getting ready to move to their new location right next to Tequila's at the Carterville Crossroads. They specialize in in-house embroidery, brochures, logos. Stop by. Go online. Visit artworkscustomgraphics.com.
That was a big three by Beasley. He struggled at times over the last week or so shooting the ball, but had a good game last night, only I think 8 points, but was very instrumental in that big win last night. Hits a big three here, pulls the Lions back to win the 3 or 4 minutes ago. This has been a very good game. Carterville has played well, really in all facets of the game. The great equalizer has been Benton being able to hit the three ball.
Sure has, and man, what a good game we've got going on here this evening. Benton has the basketball. Austin Wills, right wing, between the circles to Henson. Johnson back on him once again. JJ playing nice man-to-man D out there. As defensively, what you were talking about, the frustration was Blake Jackson popping out as the three ball from Henson's no good. The ball goes off of Justin Johnson. It's going to belong to the Rangers. But the pop-out defender, JJ was man-to-man on Henson, and all of a sudden Blake Jackson would show up on his backside, and it just was frustrating to him.
Benton took one of the rare bad shots in this game, but Carterville could not come up with a loose ball.
As it's Henson, drives the left baseline. His shot is blocked. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of Taylor Heil. And Taylor says, I don't think so, but that's what the official says.
Now, Blake Jackson had a chance to grab the ball, but he thought it was off a Benton player, and that's why he didn't go after it.
As Taylor Heil did as well. The inbounds pass goes out top. And it's Oxford that fires from about 16, no good. Ford gets the rebound. So it's a 3-point game with just over 3 left here in the ball game. Blake Jackson to Beasley, over to, Justin Johnson. Now Beasley sets the play for the Lions to Johnson toward the right wing. 43-40, Rangers, the 3-point lead. A much better game than the first time these two teams met back at the Duster Thomas in December. Carterville showing some patience here, and Jackson gets it down low, right wing. Luke Ford back to Justin Johnson. He drives it right down the lane. Little 6-footer is good for JJ. Nice job to recognize the open right there.
Yep, that's what you call smart basketball.
It is 2:35, 1-point lead for the Rangers, and they're going to back the ball up. You can bet they want to show some patience here as they work it to the left side. Timmy Henson guarded by Johnson. Now to Parker Williams. Parker Williams guarded by Luke Ford, who backs off, sags just a little bit into the paint to Austin Wills, to Derek Oxford, who's guarded by Taylor Heil. Bounce pass, Hamilton Page, and now to Henson. 2:03 left in this game. 1-point lead for the Rangers. As Benton has the basketball, Austin Wills guarded by Blake Jackson out top between the circles. Drives down, shot up, left-handed, good by Austin Wills.
Just a great move down the lane. Carterville had nobody come over and help defensively.
As we have a 30-second timeout called by Coach Ron Weinmiller of the Benton Rangers. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Crystal's Catering and more than you expected, more memorable for your guest. Visit crystalsgoodfood.com for more information.
This has been a very, very good game. Well played by both teams. Carterville has been good on both ends. Carterville only 2 turnovers in the second half. Only 2 turnovers for Benton. Carterville has shot very well in this game, but they find themselves down by 3 because Benton has hit 8 3-pointers in this game. Carterville on the other side, they've only hit 3.
The Benton Rangers break the huddle. Carterville gets instruction from Shane Hawkins, who surprisingly still has his jacket on.
Yes. Well, I think it might be superstitious now. It worked for him last night.
We mentioned it last night. You're exactly right, so we'll see. Carterville has the basketball. They're down 3 with 1:45 left here in this great ball game here at Carterville High School this evening. Blake Jackson toward the right wing. Swing pass to Justin Johnson. Open for 3. Yes! JJ with a huge shot for the Lions. Ties this game at 45 with 1:29 left in the ball game. Timeout called by Shane Hawkins. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Ike family of dealerships, Ike Honda and Ike Volkswagen of Marion, proud supporters of Carterville Lions sports.
Well, the junior just hit a big 3, maybe the biggest of the season for him. In the corner, wide open. You got to take that shot. He buried it. And now we're all knotted up at 45 with 1:29 to go. Benton has not been in a lot of these games where it's been close at the end, so we'll see how the Rangers handle this pressure that they're not used to.
Man, he was wide open, and he knew he had to take the shot, and he just stepped up and knocked it down. Justin Johnson, he's got, let's see here, 5, 7, 10 points in this game. One of our candidates for our player of the game, as that was a huge shot by JJ here with 1:29 left. We're all knotted up at 45, and don't forget our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. We have to name that, Scott, coming up.
Yep.
And, man, what a selection we have this evening.
Carterville is 5 out of 6 from the field in the fourth quarter. They've hit 2 threes. Benton, on the other hand, they are only 3 out of 8 in the fourth quarter. That's rare for them. So now Carterville's defense, they're going to be asked to make a big stop here.
These Benton Rangers, the number 6 team in Class 3A. They're 19-1 on the season, but they find themselves in a dogfight with some cats. The Lions here at Carterville. 45-45, 1:17 on the clock. Benton has the basketball. Over to the left side, that is Parker Williams. Top of the key to Derek Oxford, guarded by Beasley. Throws the ball left side to Williams. Wants to get it to Wills. Nice job defensively by the Lions. Dylan Valerius is in the game for the Lions. To Timmy Henson. Top of the circle, JJ. Austin Wills has it now. Back to Henson. Under a minute. 51 seconds remaining. All tied at 45. Hamilton Page, the quarterback, literally and figuratively for these Benton Rangers. Now back to Henson, guarded by Valerius. 40 seconds on the clock, all knotted at 45. Benton appears to be holding for the last shot. Can they get it? They're a hot shooting team, but they've been a little bit cold here in the second half.
Well, they do have 5 guys on the floor that can handle the ball, though, so this should not be a pressure situation from them as far as any pressure that Carterville might bring.
The fans come to their feet here at Carterville High School. We have a foul out top by Dylan Valerius.
Carterville still has a foul to give before Benton would get into the bonus.
Benton has it on the far side. Moving left to right. Nice job defensively. Got to hurry, and a timeout is called by Ron Weinmiller. It's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a break as well. We're all tied at 45, 17 seconds left in this game. It's Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. 60. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, what a game. It'd be a shame if Carterville lost this. They've played a very good game, and if they could somehow get a turnover here, maybe on the inbounds, steal the inbounds pass.
I'm 41-40. Is that Heron?
Yeah, Mount Vernon Heron. It's at Mount Vernon.
You're watching a heck of a game, YouTubers. All 21, 22 of you. Thank you for watching, though. I may have to go back and watch this one at home tonight. What a basketball game we have at Carterville High School. We are all knotted up at 45 with 17 ticks left on this clock, 17.6 to be exact. The Benton Rangers have the basketball on the far side. They've been holding the ball for the last 30 seconds, trying to work the clock down. Carterville's Dylan Valerius just fouled, and they get the ball in to Henson. The fans are on their feet. We're coming down to the final 10 seconds. For the Rangers, for the Lions, 8 seconds. Rangers Henson, top of the circle, shake and bake, top of the key, drives the paint, his shot is up, and it's good! 1 second left, 0.9, and a timeout is called. The Rangers get the shot with 0.9 seconds left, a 2-point lead, a nice drive by Timmy Henson.
Yeah, he got in the lane, he stopped, threw up a little floater, it bounced around the rim and went in. The key to this shot is he did not go any further in because Taylor Heil was waiting for him. But once he saw Heil, he stopped. He did the right thing, just threw up a little floater. And boy, what a game we've seen, and it looks like Benton's going to survive this Carterville bunch tonight.
Whoa, just a heartbreaker. This is what you call a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that when the shot was made, there was 1 point something on the clock.
Like 1.2? They're not putting more time on.
No.
They don't do that in high school very often, though. Rarely.
Well, they really don't have a monitor they can go to.
Exactly.
So unless one of the officials was watching the clock, which if they weren't doing their job, they should be watching the floor.
Exactly.
But, Carterville played good defense. Henson broke it. He beat Valerius, but he pulled up and hit the runner, and
Timmy Henson gets the runner in the paint from about 8 feet with 0.9 seconds left. This is one of these things where truthfully, if I'm Shane Hawkins, Justin Johnson's going to trigger the inbounds. They did put 0.3 of a second back on the clock, so it's 1.2. JJ's going to inbounds, and I would look for Luke Ford, turnaround jumper somewhere around in the paint.
Now they've got Ford on the bench, so.
Oh, they do. You're right, exactly.
So we're going to have Heil inbound the ball, and Benton calls a timeout to look at the setup that Carterville has.
And it's a full timeout. We're going to take another break as well. We'll be back. It's Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. Let's just go 30 seconds here, Robert. 30 seconds. Ford just checked back in.
Yep.
Back at Carterville, 47-45. Benton has the lead. Carterville has the ball with 1.2 seconds remaining. Luke Ford just checked in at the scorer's table. He's going to be on the floor for this last play.
If Benton does not defend the inbounds pass, then I would throw it length of the floor and let either Heil or Ford go up and get the ball. If Benton does contest the inbounds pass, then you've basically got to get it into somebody as close to the center line as you can and hope for a prayer.
JJ's going to trigger the inbounds. Beasley's at midcourt. Jackson is at midcourt. Ford and Heil deep. And, of course, the 6-7 tied in, and we have another timeout. And I believe this one may be a full timeout that is called by the Benton Rangers. See what the official says here. It is a timeout, 30-second timeout called by the Benton Rangers. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years, proudly supporting the Carterville Lions. You can call 985-2502. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating is online.com.
Now, again, hindsight's 20/20, but when you go back with the scores tied at 45, when Henson starts to make his move down the lane, I go ahead and foul him.
Yes,
because then you still got a foul to give. Then they have to inbound the ball and try to set the offense with maybe 4 or 5 seconds.
Exactly. Again, Johnson now is going to trigger the inbounds. Beasley, Jackson at midcourt. Heil, Ford are deep. Johnson runs the baseline. The pass is tipped, and the Rangers get it, and that's going to end it. Oh, what a heartbreaking loss for the Carterville Lions. 47-45, the Benton Rangers get the win here at Carterville in a hard-fought, fantastic basketball game. Probably one of the best games we've seen. It's heartbreaking that the Lions come up on the losing end.
Yeah, it was a great game. Carterville gave it everything they had, down by 7.5, fought all the way back, tied the game late. But, we saw at the end why Benton's only got one loss. Their guards are very good at shooting the three, and ironically, it was a drive into the lane by one of their guards from about 5-6 feet out that got them the game winner.
With 1.2 seconds left in the ball game, and the Benton Rangers come away with a hard-fought 47-45 win here at Carterville. We're going to have to choose our Joe's Lawn Care Player of the Game, and our City of Carterville postgame show is up next. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Let's go 3 minutes here. 3 minutes. I know you need to make up some. Wow. What a good game. That was a great game. It's one of the best games I've seen all year. Man, Henson did a great job driving that lane. We should have fouled him.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was dandy. I'm going to go home and watch it again. No.
You quick service with over 7 years experience working for you. That offers you competitive rates, so you not only get the experience, you save money as well. And their fast, friendly service means that you
Back at Carterville High School on Saturday night, where we just watched probably, Scott, one of the best basketball games we've seen all year, and the Benton Rangers come away with a 47-45 win over the Carterville Lions. It's Timmy Henson drives the lane for the Rangers with 1.2 seconds left, gets the little 8-foot jump shot, and that's how the Rangers win it.
Yeah, it was a good game by both teams, and I know there's no such things as moral victories, and I won't even bring that up with Coach Hawkins when he comes up here. But Carterville did a lot of good things tonight. They shot 56% from the field for the game. Benton only shot 43%. I'm sure that's probably one of their low water marks of the season. Carterville out-rebounded Benton 19-12. Luke Ford had 6 to lead the Lions. Wills had 4 to lead the Rangers. Carterville under double-digit in turnovers. Only 8 turnovers, only 5 for Benton. A well-played game by both teams. Unfortunately, somebody's got to lose, and Carterville comes up on the short end, but you cannot fault the effort by Carterville. The shooting was good. The defense was pretty good considering who you're playing against. Just a well-played game by both teams.
Just saw the score flash. SIU somehow has managed to win tonight at home, 85-84 over Missouri State.
In overtime.
Again, they love playing overtime at the arena. Mount Vernon has knocked off the Heron Tigers tonight, 46-43. Is that right?
46-43.
And here it was the Benton Rangers over your Carterville Lions. And, man, just I'm telling you, I'm going to go home and watch this again. I'm going to put it up on the big screen and kick back and watch it. And you're right. Coaches hate moral victories, I think.
Right.
But Shane Hawkins, and we talked yesterday of the two, and one of the questions, the way I phrased it was about how big of a weekend it was. And he went into the weekend games last night saying the most important game was the conference win last night over DuQuoin.
Correct.
And but you would think he would be happy with what he saw here this evening out of his Lions.
Benton only shot 35% in the second half.
It's amazing.
And only had 2 threes in the second half. They did not shoot well in the second half, but Carterville took advantage of that. Carterville came back. Carterville really started taking control of this game about midway through the third quarter, but Carterville could just never get over that hump. Of course, Johnson hits a big 3 to tie the game at 45.
With 1:29 left in the game.
And you knew Benton was going to play for the last shot. They have the guards that can handle the ball. They weren't going to be worried about turning the ball over. And got to give credit where credit's due. Henson made a good play down the lane, threw the floater up before Heil could get there to possibly, alter the shot, if not block it. Just a good game by both teams. Yeah, you're disappointed if you're, a Carterville fan with the loss because, man, you came so close to knocking off a team that's only lost 1 game this year. But you got to be happy with the way things have gone this weekend compared to where we were this time last week.
Absolutely. When you look at the scoring, let's run down the Benton Rangers scoring. They were led once again by Austin Wills. He had 18 tonight. He had 18 the first game they played at the Duster Thomas, and he just he's got such a sweet stroke, but he was quiet in the second half. He only wound up with 2 points in the second half. It was Derek Oxford with 10 for the Rangers. Overall, Parker Williams had 9. Let's see here. Hamilton Page had 8, and it was Timmy Henson that gets the game-winning shot. 1.2 seconds left in the game. He winds up with 6 points in the game. Benton Rangers put 47 on the scoreboard. For your Carterville Lions tonight, it was once again Luke Ford that led the Carterville Lions. He paced him with 17 points. Taylor Heil winds up with 10 for the Lions. Brendan Beasley, 5. Justin Johnson, a huge three-pointer with 1 minute 29 left, tied it at 45. He had 10 in the game, and Blake Jackson winds up with 2 points for the Lions. Shane Hawkins is making his way up here for our post-game interview, and we will, after we get done with Hawk, Scott, you and I, we will choose our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. 47-45, that was the final this evening for your Carterville Lions, and the Benton Rangers here this evening as Coach Shane Hawkins joins us on our post-game show. And Coach, I know that moral victories we don't like, but what an impressive performance by your Carterville Lions. This is not the same team that we saw a week ago.
Well, and you're right. We're not into moral victories, and that's the exact same thing that I told our guys in the locker room. We didn't come here to play closer than we did a month ago. We didn't come here to be in the game and have them score at the second left. I mean, we came in here with the intentions of winning the basketball game, and I couldn't be more proud of our effort and our execution. I thought we played very well, and it's a very good basketball team, and the improvement we've made in the last month, and that's what Coach Wayne Miller talked about, during the handshake line is, man, he goes, you've improved so much in a month, and I don't think there's any question that we have. And we talked about last night, and we talked again about it, shoot around today. we had a very good week. Tonight would have capped it off and made it a great week, but we still had a very good week. And now we've got to go back, understand the kind of work that we had to put in last week to have a good week or have a very good week. And it starts again on Monday, and we got to have a little bit better week so we don't have this same feeling next weekend.
Justin Johnson hits the big three-pointer, 1:29 left. Benton gets the ball. They run the clock down, and nice job defensively by the Lions, but they're holding for the last shot, and Henson gets that little 8-foot runner there with 1.2 left in the game, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, and he got to the middle of the floor, and we knew what they were going to do. They were going to isolate Timmy, and because that was not a mismatch. We had Dylan guarding him, but once he got him to 10 feet, he was just going to raise over him and shoot it, and that's what he did. And he made the right move. He made a very good move. And the one thing we talked about with our guys is that play didn't beat us. That's what everybody remembers, but it's the missed layup in the second quarter or the bad turnover in the first quarter. The rebound, we get knocked out of our hands and goes out of bounds. I mean, those things add up. And the thing I told our guys is that's why I'm on you all the time, because this is a one-possession game.
Every possession counts.
It's a one-possession game, and everybody's going to remember the last 1.2, but that's not what won or lost it. And Timmy made a great play, but we'll go back to work. And I think our guys understand the amount of work they put in last week, and it got us this close, but it didn't get us over the hump. And I think they understand that. I don't think our guys are satisfied getting beat with the second left. I think this one kind of hurts them, and it should. But now I think they have an understanding of what it takes to go beat a really good basketball team.
Coach, I want to throw some numbers out at you. You shot 56% for the game. Benton only shot 43%. As a matter of fact, in the second half, Benton only shot 35% from the field. Your defense really turned it up a notch in the second half. Only 8 turnovers for the Lions tonight. That's the first time in a while that you've been under double digits turnovers. You took care of the basketball. You out-rebounded Benton. And I guess, again, a lot of people look at the last shot, which isn't what really necessary to decide the game. But, the three-pointer's always been a great equalizer for Benton. It seems to be their go-to thing. And they had several in the first half. But you look at the numbers, and if everything adds up, you would think Carterville would have won this game. But I know, again, no moral victories, but what an effort. What a weekend your team's had compared to where you were last week.
No question. No question. It's especially just to kind of compare where we were this time last Saturday night. We'd lost 4 games in 8 days and didn't play well at all in any quarter. I guess we played well for a half against Peteneeville. And we talked about it with our guys. If it was an up and down game, it probably did not benefit us. If it was a kind of ground and pound, and we could play both of our bigs and let them go to work inside and had patience, and it was in the 40s, we were going to have a chance at it. And I thought we did it for the most part. I thought we did a very good job of handling the basketball. We didn't let their pressure speed us up. We didn't turn it over where it led to layups where we couldn't guard them, and we're getting better in the half-court defense. There's no question. And like you said, we're not going to take a moral victory, but there were a lot of positives out of the weekend. Now we just go back to work on Monday and build on those positives, and we still got some deficiencies we got to work on. But I think that our guys understand. I think we'll have another good week of practice.
Next week, Coach, another tough conference weekend. Anna Jonesboro on the road on Friday night. Then Massac rolls in on Saturday night. I like where your team is right now. What's your thoughts?
I do. There's no question. And if you asked me this 7 days ago, the answer would have been.
I know what your answer was.
Slightly different.
I did ask,
but. And I don't know, when you're dealing with 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, you don't know what makes them tick. But to show the amount of improvement we did from Saturday to Saturday, I think there's good things in store for us.
I agree.
So we'll find out on Monday. Again, the one thing that we talk with our guys is we set the tone for the week on Monday. And last Monday we had our what I thought was our best practice of the year. And we probably had our best weekend of the season so far this year. I know we didn't win 2 games, but we played very, very well for 64 minutes. And so we're taking steps in the right direction. And you get back into conference next Friday night, and we're still chasing a conference championship. So Friday night becomes the most important game, and keeping up in the river. And then we'll turn our focus, get back at home again on Saturday with Massac County. And I thought our crowd was very good tonight. We had good numbers again, and they kind of got into the game. And we talked about last night, give them a reason to come back. And they came back again tonight, and hopefully we gave them another reason to come back next Saturday night. So hats off to our fans, and our student section was good again. Our cheerleaders, our state-bound cheerleaders, congratulations to them, and see what we can do next week with Anna and Massac.
47-45, Coach Shane Hawkins and his Carterville Lions gave the Benton Rangers all they wanted and all they had. But the Rangers get the game-winning shot, 1.2 seconds left. Coach Shane Hawkins, thank you. We'll talk to you Friday night.
All right, thanks, guys.
Coach Hawkins joining us here on our City of Carterville post-game show. And, sometimes, we talk about it, and you and I have talked about it, Scott. It's so much harder to handle a loss when you get beat by 1 bucket with 1 second left on the clock than it is to get blown out by 10 or 12, 15 points in a game.
Yeah, I think the good thing as far as losing a game like this, that this game was on Saturday night, not a Friday night, and you've got to come right back in 24 hours and play another game, because a loss like that could linger a little bit. Now you've got almost a full week to prepare for Anna Jonesboro. By that time, this loss will be, out of their mind, or for the most part. This wasn't a conference game, non-conference game, but I think Carterville tonight showed us, showed Coach Hawkins, and showed the fans that when they play together, when they play like everybody knows they can play with anybody. And here's something else to think about. Benton is a 3A school this year. Carterville's hosting the regional. There's a chance Benton may be back here in the regional. If they are here, I would say they probably would get the number 1 seed. So even though Carterville didn't win tonight, the fact that they almost knocked Benton off on their home floor could pay big dividends if these two teams meet up again. If Benton would have come in here and blown Carterville out, and then Benton comes in here for the regional, okay, then it's mental. Then it's mental, because then Carterville thinks, well, we got blown out twice by this team. We don't match up well with them. But just a great game to watch. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Didn't work out for us on the final score, but boy, saw a lot of positives this weekend.
We've got something we need to do here.
Yeah. And you're going to do it, right?
No, I actually am deferring tonight.
Oh, wow.
It's our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, called Joe. Our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game is?
I call me a homer.
All right.
But I'm going to go with Luke Ford. 17 points, which led the team. 6 rebounds, which led the team. He was the reason why Carterville stayed in the game early. Benton did not have an answer for him. He basically did what he wanted when he got the ball down low. We could have gone with anybody, a couple of kids from Benton. Of course, Henson with a game-winning shot. But because Carterville played such a good game tonight, even though they came up short, I've got to go with the big guy Ford, because he led the team in scoring, he led the team in rebounding, and he was just a force on the inside.
Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Call 534-8148. Joe's Lawn Care, owned by Joe and Lindsay McCann of Carterville. Over 20 years of experience. They specialize in commercial and residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, spring and fall cleanups. They do snow removal. We're supposed to see a little bit of snow, I think, overnight tonight and tomorrow. Property maintenance, bush hogging, bush and hedge trimming. They do tree trimming and removal. They do equipment repair. They do it all. It's Joe's Lawn Care. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Carterville's Luke Ford, our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. Call 534-8148. Man, what a dandy ball game. And Timmy Henson for the Benton Rangers. The Rangers hold the ball for the last minute and 28 seconds. Timmy Henson finds a break, cuts it into the lane, a little 8-foot jumper, is good, and the Rangers come away with a 47-45 win. The Carterville Lions are going to be on the road next Friday night at Anna Jonesboro, and then Saturday right back here at Carterville High School as they will host the Massac County Patriots. Our game time both nights slated for 7:45. Pregame will start at 7:30. I don't know that I'll be here Friday night. I'm trying to figure out. I know how the conversation with Mama's going to go. It's going to say, I'm not driving.
And you're probably not going to win that conversation.
No.
If it works, if that's the way it works at my house. So
again, the Carterville cheerleaders qualified for state. They're going to be at Bloomington next Friday and Saturday. My daughter is in there, and you know, like I said, it's like the football team going to state, the basketball team going to state, so it's a big deal. But we'll figure things out. But Carterville Lions, 47-45. They lose by 2 to the Benton Rangers, the number 6 team in Class 3A. For our producer, engineer back at the station, Mr. Robert Teese, thank you so much for your help tonight, Robert. For my partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. 2-point loss for the Lions, 47-45. We'll talk to you next Friday night from Anna Jonesboro. Thank you for listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Hey, thanks for watching online tonight. Appreciate it. See ya.